The special education teacher's role is to support learning through the high expectations that every child can grow and learn. Adjustments to individual needs will be necessary, and planning accordingly will be a priority. Confidentiality will also be necessary, especially in regards to a student's IEP. Treating all students fairly will also be an important decision. In addition, educators should model a disposition to learn, and along with learning, they should use self-reflection to change and shape their teaching methodologies. They should work with others in the profession to formulate learning objectives and aid in this self-reflection. Integrity in all things should be modeled, as students need a high standard set before them in regards to academic honesty and accountability. Educators should also demonstrate caring about students beyond their academic success. This will be especially important when characteristics and beliefs are not in alignment with our own personal characteristics and beliefs. One of the dispositions I currently possess is one of compassion. I am the one that loves to greet students each morning. When I was a paraeducator, one of my duties included crosswalk coverage. I looked forward to those morning duties because I was one of the first people to greet the students as they came to school. My greeting was not received by all students. In fact, some didn't even acknowledge that I had said hello to them, but that didn't stop me from treating them equally. I also love to get to know students beyond their classroom work. I want to know their beliefs, their activities, and their involvements outside the classroom walls. Another personal characteristic I possess is one of integrity. I will model integrity and insist and expect that my students show integrity in their work as well. Academic honesty will be valued and taught. Dishonesty will have serious consequences. Integrity not only develops a person's reputation, but it also reflects one's own achievements as opposed to making comparison to another person's work. One of the dispositions I need to work on the most is curiosity. I will be teaching a special education math class this year. This will be my first year teaching math, and I do not feel 100% confident. It will be a challenge for me to always be thinking of higher order questions because of this lack of confidence. A bias I have also includes the assumption that my special education students might not be able to process these higher level questions. I therefore believe I will need to modify the questions I ask my students to include all learning abilities. My personal biases will affect my belief in whether all students are to reach high educational goals. As a result, I won't look down on the students I teach, but I may not show as much confidence in their abilities as I could. I think a positive result of this bias is that I will focus more on setting realistic expectations. I do believe students can achieve success in goals that are realistic. This will affect my relationship with the student and their families as we work together for the benefit of the student. For example, I will not allow test results to impact how I view a student and how I speak to their families. My personal bias that high expectations are unrealistic will need to be set aside and, more importantly, refined so I do not have those biases in the future. I will instead believe my students can go beyond their expectations of achievement and show success according to their abilities.